What is up, everyone? We are back with another draft here on Arena. We are playing Premier Final Fantasy Draft. As you can see, our last draft, we got the trophy. So right now we are 2 out of 3 for trophies. Would really love for that streak to continue, but we'll see how it goes. As always, if you like this kind of content, please go ahead and like and subscribe and comment. Would love to have you along this journey as I have started with content creation in the last 3 or so months, and mostly have done arena limited events with starting with Tarkir Dragonstorm, and you can also find me on Instagram as MJ Variant, where I post a lot of different stuff, mostly memes, but some other content, and I team up with some other content creators to play on Twitch streams throughout the week. So catch me on there. And but either way, I hope you liked the video. Let's see what we have opened up. Up to Matoya, Archon Elder. Whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card. Good card. I'm not sure there's a lot of scry or surveil payoffs. We'll have to see. A good modal white spell that can kill a creature power 4 greater, make you a token, save a creature from damage by getting it +0/+4. A job select equipment gets +3/+0 as a knight, so it makes it a 4/1, and you can equip by paying life. Garnet. I do want to try this. You may remove a lore counter from each any number of sagas you control. Put a +1/+1 on Garnet for each counter removed this way. Would love to pick up like some fat Chocobos, some Fenrir's, some of the white summons creatures. A flyer. Only removal spell I see. Well, we have a Vane's Treachery and a Slash of Light. We're going to go and play the Garnet and hope that we get some Saga creatures. So we have a 5 black Zodiac Umbral God, indestructible. When it enters, each player sacrifices half of the non-god creatures they control, rounded down. Whenever a player sacrifices another creature, put a +1/+1. Very interesting, but with there are spells, in the format that can get rid of the creature even though it has indestructible. This Ambrosia Whiteheart is interesting. It's flash, return a permanent you control to owner's hand. Landfall gets +1/+0. So kind of a good follow-up to Garnet. We can rebuy Saga creatures as well as saving creatures. King of the Dwarves. Equipment, you control energy, may discard a card if you do draw a card. Unexpected request. Gubu Gardener in here as well. We're going to go ahead and follow this up with an Ambrosia. And pass on the all black creature. There's a Venser Shaper Savant in the pack. When it enters, return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Battle menu, again, good modal spell. Reach the Horizons for some ramp. Eris Rescue Mission. Alright, there's a fat Chocobo. We'd like to see that. There's also a green-white land I would love to have come back. Again, these battle menus are good. But with Garnet, we're going to need all of the Saga creatures we can find. You can remove the counters. You don't re-trigger the previous mode unless, you go to your upkeep, or you go to after your draw step, you add a counter, then you would trigger like modes 2, 3, 4 again. So yeah, let's take Fat Chocobo here. Hopefully one of those battle menus wheels, but I'm not sure they will. Here's another on-color good Saga creature in Summon Chocomog. Just puncture other creatures like Garnet. Another Aerith's Rescue Mission. Bard's Bow, a job select creature that gives +2/+2 in reach, so it makes a 3/3 reach creature. Got a really high equip cost after that. So yeah, let's go ahead and take our Choco Mog here. No Saga creatures in this pack, but we do have a Precious Wanderings, a Slash of Light, Deals damage equal to the number of creatures plus the number of equipment you control. So more for the Boros equipment. Another equip creature payoff. Another equip creature payoff. Toad is okay. I think we're going to take the Precious Wanderings. Always like to have one of these. It's a good combat trick. Plus, kind of helps you ramp. This removal spell being modal, or being conditional to creatures and equipment. We don't have any equipment yet. We'll just pass on that for now. Attacking creatures get +2/+0 to end of turn with flashback is good. This You Are Not Alone is a good combat trick. +2/+2 or +4/+4 if you have 3 or more creatures. Scout is okay. Haste magic, no removal spells. This inspiration, if you can make a lot of tokens, is really good. We're not really there yet, so let's just take this combat trick for now. It's a good one of. 7th pick, Sazh's Chocobo. This can just take over a game if you drop it turn 1 and they don't have removal for it. Especially with like Precious Wanderings. So you play a land. Let's say it becomes a 2/3. And then during combat, you can get a land, make it a 3/4, put a counter on it, make it a 4/5. You've built your own Tarmogoyf. T-Rexasaur is good as well, but we are going to be happy with this Chocobo. Removal spell, yeah. Yeah, this is a great, gets rid of a tapped creature. 2 less if it's targets a tapped creature, so 3 mana, but for 5 it destroys target non-land permanent. It's good. We're back to our first pick, and we've got Airship Crash, which I think is a good one of in a deck. There are lots of artifacts and enchantments floating around. Again, Scout's a common. Airship Crash is common as well. It has cycling. 2 more artifacts. We don't have artifacts, so let's go with the Airship Crash for now. And we've got a great Selesnya start so far. I'm not sure we'll be playing this, but if you get 2 or 3 of these, you know, it's just easy to kind of keep getting them out of your deck. Do like the Elder as well. All right, we'll take the land. Perfect. Earth's Rescue Mission. We might play that. Taps up to 3 target creatures or creates 3 1/1 heroes. Put this down here for now. Put Barrett Wallace down there as well. All right, we've opened up the Regalia Haste. Whenever the Regalia attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom. So it ramps you. It has haste. It is plays in any deck. So got side quest Catch a Fish at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card if it's an artifact or creature. So you're going to be playing this more in the equipment decks. You may reveal it and put it in your hand. If you put a card in your hand this way, create a food token and transform this. It becomes a land that lets you put counters on things. Queen Brownie, we played that in our last draft. Really good. Blitzball, 1-drop, Commune with Beavers, Plane Cycling. Yeah, we're happy with the Regalia. Catch a Fish, not really for our deck, but, you know, maybe something on our colors comes back around. Would like to get more Fat Chocobos or a Fenrir. All right, there's a Gubu Gardener, Dwarven Castle Guard, You put a land card from your hand on the battlefield, equal to the number of towns you control. I don't think I want to start splashing just yet. Although there are several red Saga creatures that kind of come floating around. Let's go ahead and get the Gardener for ramp. Get to our Fat Chocobo sooner, Regalia sooner. I think this is more of a commander card. 6 mana is just a lot to pay for that effect in limited. Got a sorcery that creates Chocobo. This is okay. It's not a job select, but it deals 2 damage when it enters, and then for 2 more mana, so it's 6 mana. That's a little high. Let's go ahead and get the sorcery that makes a Chocobo. Another Ambrosia. I do like Rydia in the landfall decks. Tifa's Limit Break. Oh, here's a good one. I have not got to play with this card yet. For 1 green, it's tiered. 1 green, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn as an instant. For 2 more, so for 3, double target creature's power and toughness till end of turn. And for 8 mana, so it's a green +6 and a green triple target creature's power and toughness till end of turn. So if they don't block, even a 4/4, it's going to deal 12 damage. But if you can also pump it with something else, it's going to do even more. Unfortunately, nothing for us in this pack. Clive's Hideaway. 4 more legendary creatures. I don't think we have 4 legendary creatures. When this creature attacks, draw a card and discard a card. I mean, we can take the capital city, I guess. Magitech Armor is okay. 4/4 vehicle makes a 1/1 hero. Another Gallicat. Vanye's Treachery. Gigantode is good as well, but this is good. 2 bodies. We have a Carpet of Flowers, again, another commander card. Chocobo Racetrack, we love Chocobo Racetrack. Sometimes, it just gives you creature after creature, especially if you can ramp into it. So we'll take Chocobo Racetrack. We don't want another Aerith Rescue mission. Again, we could try to splash red, but this is okay. It's a 2-drop. Gains you a little bit of life. Makes a 1/1, and it gets +1/+1. Gains you life when it attacks. All right, back to our original pack. We have our 1-drop Death Toucher. This puts a counter on something. Let's take the Death Toucher. We don't have a lot of removal, so just having something to gum up the ground. Another You Are Not Alone, or another Magitech Infantry. I don't know. I think in the absence of removal spells, having combat tricks is a form of removal. Let's take the rare. Sure, that's possible. We play that. Not likely, but possible. All right, we have double rare. We have the Lunar Whale. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You play the top card as long as the Lunar Whale attacked. Another Zodiarch. Ash Princess of Dalmasca. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 5. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom. So another equipment. And this pack is unfortunate for us. Nature's Claim. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Its controller gains 4 life in the special art. Artifact card from among them. Fire Magic if we were in red. World Map. Let's pick the Nature's Claim. We might use that. And we'll leave it there for now. Ring. If you watched my last video, you know how much how well I talked about the Ring. Chocobo Kick. Good removal spell. Let's see, we have... It works really well with our Death Touch creature as well. Yeah, we need more removal. So we'll take that here. Vile Smasher the Fierce. You cast your first ability each turn, choose an opponent at random. This deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to that player or planeswalker that player controls. There's our Catch a Fish. Paladin's Arms, another Wanderings, another Kick. Again, I think we need to prioritize some removal. Again, not seeing a lot of Saga creatures for Garnet, which is unfortunate. Yeah, let's just take the Kick. We have a Lightning Bolt. I like a good Lightning Bolt. Here's removal. Exile target non-land permanent until this artifact leaves the battlefield. Add a white. Yeah. We'll have to see how many artifacts we have for this Gallicat. Another one, but here's a fat Chocobo. Okay. Yep, that's what we wanted to see. I don't think I want to play the rescue mission. Another Magitech infantry, commune with beavers. Dovin's Veto, Blitzball. Perfect. We got another green-white land. Another Tifa's Limit Break. I mean, maybe. How many creatures do we have? Only 11 creatures. But then we have some job select equipment. Gigantode is fine. But I think I want to play these Tifa's Limit Breaks to see if I can actually, you know, someone not block and deal them like double damage. All right, there's a Gigantode. We'll take this one. Sure. I don't think we're gonna play side quest. Syncopate, instant ramen. And another Magitech infantry. Okay. Gonna make a couple of cuts. Or a few cuts. Oh, a lot more cuts than I thought. So 13 creatures, but like the Regalia counts as a creature, Magitech Army makes a creature. All right, let's remove some of our top end. Chocobo Racetrack makes creatures. Moogle can be cycled on 2. This makes creatures. I think we're not going to play the Nature's Claim. So let's look at our removal real quick. I don't know that we need this capital city. Got the White Ore site. Got Fate of the Suncrist. We have Airship Crash. Come on. We have 2 Chocobo Kicks. And then we have Pump Spells. 5 cuts. Let's look up here real quick. Maybe cut this Dwarven Castle Guard. It's just filler. It does replace itself, but White Mage's Staff is a 2/2 and gains us life. This is a 2/2 that, you know, late game we could make another one. Not super great. Four cards. I guess I like Gigantoad better than Magitech Armor. Maybe just... Definitely going to play Tifa's Limit Break over You're Not Alone. I don't think I need 4 of these. This is fine. I mean, having a flyer. We only have 4 artifacts, so that's just a 1/3. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I like that Airship Crash has cycling. Realistically, 8 mana to triple a creature's power is a lot. And then we're paying 3 mana to double, so like make it an 8/8 when we could just pay 1 mana to make something like this an 8/8. Let's just try 1 and 1. As we go, if like we wish this would have been Tifa's limit break, then we can go from there, but we'll try 1 and 1. So that's the deck. Again, it says our creature count is 11, but we have job select, sorcery that makes the creature, the regalia is a vehicle with haste, and Chocobo racetrack. So really we're at 15. Removal being Fate of the Suncrist, White Auracite, Airship Crash can kill a creature with flying, or an enchantment like a Saga creature or an artifact creature. 2 Chocobo kicks. All right. Well, let's see how it goes. All right, game 1. 1 drop, 2 drop, 5 drop. Let's go. All right, we got a free win game 1. Opponent just disconnected or something. Never mulliganed, timed out, and then we played our turn 1, and then they timed out. So we'll take it. All right, game 2. We have a 1 drop, ramp into regalia into ramp, hopefully. So hopefully our 1 drop stays alive so it can crew the regalia. No more planes, please. I guess that was kind of risky. They could have flashed in a creature, so they still could. Okay. I guess we just keep smacking. It's really tempting to play the regalia there, but I think the correct thing to do is hope they don't have an Ultima. That's unfortunate. Whenever one or more other creatures and or artifacts you control die, draw a card. Okay. Well, we can kick that. We do have the mana. So let's play the regalia. Deals damage equal to its power. Let's crew the regalia. And this does have death touch, so let's make sure we read this. Target creature you control deals damage. So a death touching creature. Yep. We swing 11 and ramp, and that's game. Yeah, so you have to read these cards sometimes. There was a couple of sets back a card that you chose a creature, but the card actually dealt the damage. In this, the creature you control deals the damage. So, of course, the good old combo with Death Touch, you don't have to worry about how much damage. It just the fact that it's doing it, it destroys the creature. So, quick 2-0. Game 3. It's an okay start, I guess. We need more creatures. I think we'll keep the Moogle because with Precious Wanderings, we'll get to 4. I don't want to cycle off anything yet. Guess we need another white. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay. You return this card from your graveyard to your hand. This destroys, so. Now we have 4 mana. How is the best way to use this? I really hate to cycle our only other creature besides. And I don't want to pump yet. Um. I guess it's correct. Um. Kind of want to punch that. Hmm. I think that's fine. Hopefully they try to kill it on our turn and not their turn. Okay, good, good. We needed a land there. 3/2 warrior. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and push through some damage. Well, again, a land would have been good there. So no life for them. They do eat the 2/2. They've just got a grip full of cards, though. I don't think we attack. Just in case they have more removal or whatever, we can go wide. Okay. Okay, so they had the mana to do that, which is unfortunate. I think we hold the land. Because we'll have trample. Two bodies. Oh, we'll have to add it up. All right, I think we'll be fine because if they go to block the Chocobo with one thing, let's see, we have 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we just see how they block. Yeah, and with trample, their blocker removed. It just they take all the damage. So, all right, we finally got our first pick, but didn't need it. Okay, off to a quick 3-0. Again, game one we didn't really have a match. All right, we have 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. That ramps us as long as Garnet lives. I think we'll be in good shape. Well, and if we draw some more creatures. Opponent on a mulligan. Starting off with a Freya. Okay. All right. There's a 3-drop creature that's perfect with Garnet. When it attacks, you may remove a lore counter from each creature. Perfect. Unfortunately, that being a 3-2 kind of slows us down. If that was a 2-2, we would be in great shape. Be in great shape next turn. So let's see. We can make it a 4-3, and then we can make it a 5-4. But it dies to a double block. So let's play Regalia. They double block. Perfect. Yeah. So next turn, they don't have removal. Yeah, this is going to be a fun turn. All right. And I may just hold the land. Um, I'm not even sure I want to attack with the Chocomog. I mean, it's probably accurate to play the land. Yeah. Okay. If I put in the fat Chocobo, then that's going to be a 8, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Nothing has trample yet, though. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have to block with like almost everything. Sure. They're still in a lot of trouble. The only way this turn would have been better is if we would have had enough mana to play Precious Wanderings, but it'll be good next turn. Okay. So we want them to lose the bird. Well, the knight flies, so yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay. We still won't have trample. Okay, that didn't do much for him. All right, so that's the power of curving out with Saga creatures. Got really fortunate there to top deck the Chocomog into the double fat Chocobo. I mean, maybe there's something to be said of giving trample, like not taking counters off, but you're just constantly making these 2/2 birds. It's kind of hard to not. You're always going to take the counters off Chocomog. Perfect follow up to Garnet. Just keeps it alive and feeds Garnet. So, anyway, that was fun. Let's do that again. All right, sitting at 4-0. We have our colors. We have a little bit of ramp. Um, not like last game, but it is definitely a keepable hand. Gigantoad on 3 if Gubu Gardner lives. Opponent on Mulligan. Opponent on double Mulligan. They are on the draw, though. Okay, that's enough planes. Digging for land. They got it. Okay, that's enough lands. Unfortunately, they have a Death Touch creature. Um, Trying to think as far as our removal goes, we got some Chocobo kicks and things like that, but I don't think we can hold back. We just have to offer the trade. And there's our Chocobo kick right on top. It is a sorcery. All right, something other than lands, please. Want to get this turn one. Well, it's unfortunate. I don't think there's anything worth kicking, so. All right, so got there with a little flyer. Fortunately, opponent mulliganed to 5 and then proceeded to draw at least 8 lands. So. All right, 5-0. Not a great hand. We're on the play. Oh, I just feel bad about this. 1 drop into 5 drop. We have 4 lands. And it's not even the good 1 drop. We don't have the double white for Moogle yet. It attacks attach one equipment you control to target attacking creature. I don't think we're gonna attack. Well, it's a 2/1. Yeah, that's fine. Power and toughness. This would be really good with some double strike creatures. Sure. I'll flash this in at the end step. Hmm. I want to put the counter on the Moogle. Yeah, I think I do. I hate that they put the cycling on the right side, so I'm always like about to click on it. So for 8 mana, and make this a 9 something. Hmm. I think we hold on to this in case they play a flyer. When nears you may discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. That's cool. Exile, then return it transformed. And it transforms, it fights up to one other target creature. It's a 9/9. Okay. So the cool thing is it becomes an enchantment. So Airship Crash will actually be able to take care of it. Because it's not indestructible. Okay. Equips for 3. Yeah, so let's let them activate this. The good thing is it fights, so yeah. Sorry, bro. All right, so we're currently at 7 mana. Which this is 8 mana to triple. They have another kill spell? Oh, they have a flying death toucher. That's unfortunate. We need trample now. That's not gonna do it. Man. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get through. So I guess let's move this. I guess we'll move it here. So they can draw a bunch of cards. Um, Unfortunate we had to use our pump spell on that too. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I guess I should have put it on this. They're gonna chump block, right? Equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards. So it's gonna deal 5 damage. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, stop. Where's my removal? The only removal I had was Airship Crash, which was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Yep. Card draw. That's not a Chocobo kick. Hmm. So now we got to chump block that guy. So I guess we're going to move the White Mage's Staff over. Well, now we don't necessarily have to. Mm. Yeah. Get lands out of your deck. Get extra 2/2s. Do it again. Sack a bunch of creatures. The Artery Man. Oh my gosh. Stop with the lands, please. Just one Chocobo kick. They've got so many cards. Mm-hmm. They have 9 remaining. Where's my fat Chocobos? For trample. Yeah. Now we just lose. They should attack reject. Discard a card and you draw a card. This is just unfortunate. Like, it's cool that they're drawing extra cards and staying alive, but seven cards. Sure. Oh, there you are. Um, we're dead. Yeah, because we're gonna take 4 from Ject, 2 from the flyer. So they don't even have to do all this. We're just dead. Well, that sucked. Alright. Maybe this time we'll find our removal. Alright, ramp into 5 drops. Here we go first again. Alright, enough lands, please. Guess we should have attacked our 1-3 into their 2-1. Enough lands, Arena. We had that last game, remember? I wish they'd put a little "Are you sure?" on the cycling, just in case you accidentally click it. I know I'm going to do that someday. No, no. We suck again. Where's our enchantment removal? Let's see, we'll be at 7. Draw 2 cards, put a +1/+1. That is cool. And it has Vigi. We are about to die. Well. Hmm. See if this Tifa's limit break can actually get us there. Don't kill my fat Chocobo. Or tap him, or bounce him, or anything else. Just let me triple his power. Oh no, we're just dead. Never mind. Oh, that's so terrible. I guess we'll show it to him. Oh my gosh, that was another terrible, just bad beat. Okay, that's magic, baby. Sadness. Yeah, I have sadness as well after those last two games. Um, this hand doesn't do anything, but we can cycle and we can have some faith. Need a creature for the regalia. There's a creature. Need it to live. Energy gain 3 life. If there are 6 more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform it. Cool. It does not transform into an enchantment. I don't think there's any reason to cycle. Okay. Okay. Permanent cards. Yep. I'm gonna hate playing the regalia into oh no, it's a Chocobo racetrack. Oh no, I should have put full control. Um, Playland. Get rid of their racetrack. Each one discards a card, loses 2 life. You jerk. Yeah. All right, full control. What happened to full control? That just pisses me off. Why? Why did it go out of full control? There's a time where this triggers, and while the trigger's on the stack, you can activate this. Now we're just dead. which I don't think we could have survived anyway. I mean, yeah, I guess it would have mattered. Could have had two blockers with, well, one blocker with Chocobo Racetrack. So yeah, I don't guess it matters. They've got to play like we've got removal. I mean, I guess we can. I don't think we save it. Although we could have used it. Um, all right, are we better off with Gigantoad? I think we just start making extra blockers. Need Fat Chocobo for trample. Mana value 4 or less. Yeah, sure. That works. All right. Still not looking good. Okay, so now we can gotta attack. Again, using these as removal spells. Oh no, they gained 3 life. Okay, so they have to block this. They take 6. Okay. Sure. You got a treasure token. Whew, good game. Good game. All right, friends, here we are again. We are on the cusp of a trophy. 6-2. Some grindy games here at the end after some quick games at the beginning. Ready for just a good smooth draw. Turn 1, Sazh's Chocobo into our Selesnya Legend would be great. Into some Saga creatures. But let's see what we can do on the trophy game. Hey, turn 1, Sazh Chocobo into ramp, into kick. But look, I guess I should have specified Sazh Chocobo with a forest. We're on the draw. This is very risky. We do have a turn 2 play. I'm going to keep it. I have faith that we'll draw planes right off the bat. That was awful. Not even a forest turn 2. Cool. When you cast a non-creature spell, sure. This could be a quick game if we don't get green. Yep. There we go. Okay. We're going to go and play the Gardener. So next turn we can Sazh Chocobo and kick. All right, here we go. This is the tech. We are actually not going to kick. Give us some action. What does that do? Oh, it gives double strike. Okay, cool. Priscia's Wanderings. Let's go. All right. We are going to cast this with kicker. Turning this. Go get another forest. Yep. And there we go. So we got part of what we wanted. Was it turn 4 for the forest? Turn 3 or 4. And kind of had to slow roll it, but yeah, this is no joke. It was about to be a 3-4, and then we were going to make this a 4-3. And then we had another landfall to follow up to make this 4-5. So, yeah. Thankfully, we got a little bit of our removal with white Auracite and Chocobo kick. So, there we go. We did it again. Let's take a look at the deck and get to the outro. But again, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoy this content. Again, I love making this content. It does take a little bit of time on top of all the other things that I'm doing. But you can also find me, like I said, on Instagram mostly, making content over there and playing on Spell Table with some other content creators. Would love to have you join us and chat with us and just interact. But yeah, we played Selesnya. We I believe first picked Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. Was hoping for more of the Saga creatures like Fenrir, more of these Chocomogs and Fat Chocobos. Glad that we got 2 of those and 1 of those. We had the one game where it just really popped off, and yeah, so would have liked to have had more synergy with that. Like I said, especially Fenrir to ramp and be able to take the counters off, and you put counters back on things. Would have been just really good. Sazh's Chocobo, really only got to see it in action the last game there. But if I think I got this like pick 7 on pack 2 or 3, it was crazy. So don't, if you're in green at all, don't pass this card up. It's really good. Beyond that, the Regalia is good. Kind of hated losing it that last, the second to last game when I could have really paired it with double triggers on Chocobo track, but yeah, not too flashy. Again, if you're struggling with draft, just try to make sure you pick up removal. I like to have, at least if I can have 5, but maybe if you don't have removal, which again, I had 5 pieces, even though Airship Crash is narrow, there's lots of Saga creatures, so you hit the enchantment creatures, as you saw in the game where they flipped their legend into an enchantment Saga, and I was able to instant speed remove it before the fight happened. There's lots of artifacts with all of the crystals, things like White Arsite, so and then creatures with flying. It's a decent modal spell, and if you don't need it, you cycle it away for 2 mana and draw a new card. Chocobo Kick, again, really strong, especially with the kicker of doubling the damage if you return a land, and then it lets you get those landfall triggers again. The Tifa's Limit Break and You Are Not Alone, I'm glad I split them 1 and 1. Tifa's Limit Break feels like something that you could just really say, hey, I swing in and, oh, you didn't block, so I'm going to triple the power. But when you start doing the math of it, most of the time you're going to have like 4/4s as your biggest creature. If you have a 6/6, the doubling power is going to take it to 12, is strong enough. The tripling 8 mana is a lot, so you have to hope that you hit. And this You Are Not Alone, for just the doubling, again, most time a 4/4 is going to take you 3 mana for Tifa's Limit Break to get +4/+4, when You Are Not Alone gives +4/+4 if you have 3 or more creatures. So, but again, if you don't have removal, you can use instant speed combat tricks as removal, as you saw in the game, where they attacked me with 3/3 and a 2/3, and I was able to pump my creatures to keep them alive and kill their creatures. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you come back and for more, but give me some feedback. Let me know what you like, and we'll keep drafting. See you next time.